Hello viewers, you're welcome back to another section of Knowledge is Power. We're still on algebra, using GeoGebra to solve algebra. And before starting, I'll just throw a little bit light on how to use the spreadsheet to solve an algebra. Here on the right hand side here, this is our spreadsheet. You can click here. This is where you can find the spreadsheet if you want. So, but we have a 4 column here, but 2 will be needed to solve this problem. So let me adjust this a little bit so that we can have a better view of what we're doing. Good. So now we have a 2 column here, and this is a question here. This is a question. The question is it's not a word problem. It's x minus 6 equals to square root of x. And to solve that, so we have to use this 2 column here. And on the first column, the column A, I will type in x minus 6, s minus 6. So this line will serve as our inequality sign, which is equal to. So on okay, so here we say the square root of, we can use this is software keyboard here. So we're looking for the square root. This is square root sign here, and an x is also x. We click on this x here. Good. So since you can also close it, and also erase this or delete this, so that we have a better view of graphical expression of this problem. So let me delete it. Okay, so this is a normal straightforward algebra equation to solve. So since we have a square root on the right hand side of this equation, so to get rid of the square root, we have to square both sides of the equation. So, and to do that, we'll say a1 square root of a1 square. So click it, and to the right hand side, let's say the same thing, b1 square. We use this as our square here. Click enter. So you see, the moment we start solving, the graph will begin to display on this side. So this is a graphical expression of what we are solving on the spreadsheet here. So you say this is B2. Can you see this is B2, and this is A1. A1 is in the curve form, and this is B2. Sorry, this is A2. A2 is in the curve form. You see, then you see the color here, like a brown color, and you have A1 here. You see the A1. Good. So let's proceed. Now, since we have squared both sides, we'll square both sides of the equation so that we can be able to get rid of this square root here. Okay, so what we have to do in the normal algebra setting, we can expand. So let's say expand A2. Sorry, make sure, don't forget your close bracket, your parentheses. Expand A2. Click enter. See, it has expanded already. So do the same here. So that's good. So expand your parentheses, B2. Click enter. So it's expanded. So now you can see we have x on the both sides. So this is a form of a quadratic equation, but we must have 0 at the right hand side, which is after the equal sign, to make it or to show that it's through a quadratic equation. And to do that, let's subtract x on both sides. Let's subtract x on both sides. So we can say a a3 minus x a3 minus x. Good. So on this side we have b3 minus x. So let's now simplify so that we can have 0 on the right hand side of this equation to prove that this is a quadratic equation. So while doing that, you see how the graph is gradually appearing, displaying. So now let's simplify close bracket a4. Good. So simplify. So just like we'll factorize this side because this is a quadratic equation. So here also simplify close bracket b4. So see, we succeeded in having 0 at the right hand side. So these are we're factorized if we're using factorizing method or if we're using quadratic equation method to solve this problem. So now we've succeeded in having two factors of this problem here. Good. So you can see, let's go back to the graph. Let's go back to the graph and see. And you see how it is displaying. So this is a B3. Can you see B3? B3 is in blue. This is B3 here. B3, which is the X. Can you see? Can you see cut across the origin and also cut A5 and also um, A1. Good. So you can also zoom in to have a better view of your graph, and you see it's so wonderful. So all the whole cells here have their lines. All the whole cells here, cells on A and B, they have all representation on this graph. They are well represented here. So we can also use CAS to solve this problem. And to do that, you just come to this three dot here, click it. You see CAS. CAS is Computer Algebra System. So once you click it, you see it appears on this side here. So you can just simply type in the equation, which is x minus um, 6 equals to square root of x. So these are square root and square root of x. Square root of x. Hold on a bit. Equals to 6. We have equals to square root of x. Good. Square root of x. Square root of x. Square root of x. So let me close here. So now to solve this problem here, we just click here and say solve. See the solution comes out to say the equation. So you just click on this equation and click on this place. It appears here automatic. So you just enter. So you see this is the solution. This is another method of dealing with this problem here, right? It's another method of dealing with this problem here. So it's a wonderful tool that we can always use to solve algebra problem. Solving an algebra equation with CAS operation in a GeoGebra table means using the software to perform each algebraic steps automatically while still allowing you to see how the expression evolves. You see, when you enter the equation into the table and apply operation, such as subtracting terms, combining the like equation, or isolating the variable. GeoGebra rewrites the expression in a new row. You see, each row represents an equivalent form of the original equation. So, although the appearance changes, the underlying relationship stay the same, which is where the line intersect each other. They stay the same. They will not change, right? They will not change. As you continue simplifying, the CSA eventually produce a form where the solution becomes clear. This process can help students to see algebra not as a set of mystery or a difficult topic, you understand, or difficult topic or rules, but a sequence of logical transformation that preserve equality. It also connects the symbolic work in the table with a graphical representation, reinforcing the idea of equivalent equation, which shares the same solution even when the expression looks the same. So it's wonderful tool that we can always use to solve algebra. So with this, I've come to the end of this class, and I urge you to always use GeoGebra to solve your algebra question, to see how the graphs will represent itself. You understand? You can always you also use this to solve your quadratic equation. You understand? And see the beauty of the graph being displayed. Thank you, and see you in the next class.